And Monologue 4. So here I am, 61 years old, living in Calhoun County. And the emperor, you might say he topped out, but then that would mean you were only looking at his position. Me, I'm not even one of his constituents anymore, as if that would change anything. Already, Alton is running Gaines and Landry. Already, I'm chairman of the board. My wife Shelley comes sit next to me on the couch and says, "How does it feel, old man?" I say, "You know, I keep waiting to feel old. I used to be tired a lot, exhausted." I paused, because if the main point of the moment is tenderness, you can't press it all out with words. You've got to smile, look, and give that other circuit a rest. I thought I was going to tire myself into old, but I still feel young. "Well, good," she says. "I'm glad we moved out here. I'm glad you have the time to appreciate the home I make for you. I guess it all worked out." Shelley, the years have done her good too. She worked with me in the furniture gallery for years before our lives got to the place where it made more sense for her to be home. So I could always talk shop with her when I had a mind to, which was often. But the shop talk was slack now. Well, I kiss her fingers because, I don't know. I suppose because hands are what you make your world with. And I'm thinking right now about the world she's made for us. Laugh if you want, but me, I was only going about my mission. My home world was odds and ends before she arranged it and made it beautiful and worth living in. And when we moved to the country, she did it all over, and the canvas was bigger and cleaner. Oh, services were harder to come by, but it all worked out. And that's life. I mean, that's what gives you life. When it's going right, keep it going right, at whatever level. That might sound complacent since I've seen a lot of success, but going right at a level that feels too low is better than exhausting what you have by trying to force it to give more than it can give. Yeah, that's it. It isn't a matter that a person doesn't deserve better. I'm not talking about seeing things as tests or trials or punishments. I'm talking about how you deal with turbulence. You're going to get turbulence. And some people will get a lot more than others. Have it just batter them around, and they've done nothing to deserve it. It's just the patch of atmosphere they're in, and it's unfair. Flat unfair. Me, I won't try to tell you that any particular bad thing that happens to you is God's will. I don't believe that the turbulence of the world is plotted out in detail, each piece of misfortune serving a purpose. If you already believe that, fine. But to me, asking God why something had to happen is barking up the wrong tree. God works on a bigger scale. It was God's will that we enter this world of turbulence in order to achieve something. Sent here not for a set of tests, but for a set of tasks. It is God's will that we will be saved too. As a clue to how to be saved in this world of turbulence, we were given the example of Christ. Like, in case you can't find it, this is the direction up. Not because we're going up yet, but because what turbulence does is keep you from pointing up. And the gyroscope is trying to restore that knowledge. And if you make it back to the good, to where everything near you holds together, where the content of your life doesn't seem malicious. And because you're appointed upright, you want the good you have to reach where it hasn't held fast yet. Clue to the task. Down there, it was 17th Street and Coward. Up here, it's the employees, families group, and the local food drives, and a few odds and ends that came to our attention, Shelley and me.